Alright, y'all, today we're going to talk about some stem and whisker plots. This is just a way of organizing a big set of data and kind of be able to look at it in kind of a organized way. So, box and whisker plots are one way to represent data, like I just said. Box and whisker plots have 5 important points. These points are called the 5-point summary. Alright, now, the 5-point summaries are the lowest number in the data set. Take a guess. Yep, it's called a minimum. The middle, we'll come back to that. What do you think the highest point is called? Yeah, it's a maximum. Now, the point in the middle, what have we been talking about? A point that's in the dead middle. It's not the mean, it is the median. The median is right there in the middle of the whole data set. Now, there's also a couple other things that we're going to be calling. We're going to have Q1 and Q3. We'll talk about those in just a minute. But first of all, Q1 is the median of the lower set of the data. And Q3 is the median of the higher set of the data. Alright, now, we'll come back to this next part in just a minute. But first of all, I want to show you. So this is what a stem and whisker plot looks like. Hopefully on your worksheet, this line is above this paragraph, but we'll handle that. This is what it's going to look like, but we're going to actually go back and create our own first. So let's go to page 2 real quick. Now, this whole quartiles and medians and maximums, minimums, it sounds very confusing, but here's the thing. It's not. It's not that bad, I promise. First of all, I'm going to give you a big set of data, and we're going to order it from smallest to biggest. Now, what I'd recommend, I like to write them out, and I cross them out as I go. The first one is 3. Then I got a 5. 8. There's a 9. There's 2 12s, y'all. 2 12s. There's 1 12. There's the other 12. Oh, I just started writing stuff. Sorry, y'all. What do I got here? I got 14, 15, 17 got handled, 18 got handled, 19 got handled, 20 got handled, and 29 got handled. Alright, if you want, you can do a quick count of your numbers and quick count of yours, and they should be the same. I believe there's 15. Yep, and then this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How about that? We got 15. Now, the minimum. The minimum is easy to see. The minimum is 3. That's the smallest one, right? Our maximum is 29. That's how I like to do these. Do the maximum and minimum and median first. Now, the median, there's 15 data sets, so that means there is a middle. Ooh, there's an odd amount, so there's going to be a middle. So, 7 on either side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then on this side, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, 7 on either side, so our median is 12. Our median is 12. Alright, now, Q1 is the median of the lower part, so the median of this stuff. Right now, so there's 7, so if we go in from the ends, second from the ends, 8 and 10, our median of this set is going to be 9. So Q1 is 9. Now, Q3 is the median of the other 7. So 3 on this side, 3 on this side. Our median here is or excuse me, yeah, our median there is 18, so Q3 is 18. So we're actually looking at three different medians: the median of the entire set, and then the median of each side of the median. It's like Inception, y'all. Medians within medians, and oh my goodness. Anyways, now we're gonna make our stem and whisker plot. Now, as we'll find out later, this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. We're not going to really worry much about the y-axis right now. The only thing we're going to worry about is the x-axis. Now, this is a big long line here. I want you to go ahead and make... Now, we got to get up to 29, so we got to get up to 30, right? So instead of 30 tick marks, that seems like a little excessive. I want you to make 15 tick marks all the way across. All right, make sure they're as evenly spaced as possible. You'll find that I'm not exactly perfect at that myself, but I do my best. And I try to use up the entire axes as much as I can. 2, 4, and then label them. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 20, 30. Looking like that. Okay, now the middle two quartiles are gonna be, what's a quartile, Smith? I'll show you in a minute. Are gonna be a box. Just like, remember, we're trying to make it look like this. It's a box. It's a box with whiskers coming off. Hence the name box and whisker plot, right? So, our endpoints are going to be at 3 and at 29. So we'll make little lines right there. But we're also going to have, we got something going on at 9. Oops, that's not 9, Smith. What are you doing? We also got it at 9. We got something going on at 12. And we got something going on at 18. Alright, now, these middle three, I want you to connect those and make a box. These are a box. And then we're going to make whiskers coming off of that box, looking like this. Alright, so that is a stem and whisker plot. Now, Q1, we said it stops right there. This here is Q1. This segment from 3 to 9, that is Q1. Q3, this is the end of Q3, right, at 18. So Q3 is actually in here. Now let me ask you, if this is Q1 and this is Q3, what do you suppose this is? That is Q2. And out here, that is Q4. So there's 4 different Qs. Alright, we'll talk more about that in just a minute. First of all, the range or the spread. I don't know what just happened there. Anyways, of our data means how far apart the min and the max are. So what is the range of this data? Now, the way you do that is you do your maximum minus your minimum. So in this case, we have 29 minus 3, which is 26. Our spread is 26. Alright, so that's how you make a box plot with whiskers coming off of it. You find your max and minimums first, and then your median, and then you do the median of each side of the median, and you draw a box like this. Now, these are called Q1 and Q2, Q3, Q4. Let's go back to page 1. While you're looking at page 1, I want you to look at the annual rainfall of a canyon at Canyon Falls, USA. Now, these are called Qs, right? Quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3, and quartile 4. That's what Q stands for. It stands for quartile. Now, if you remember, I want you to look at the stem plot, but I'm going to show you the data from back here. We had 15 pieces of data, right? And we found the median, and it put one half on one side, the other half on the other side. And then we found the medians of each one of those. Check this out. This is quartile 1. There was 3 pieces inside of there. This is quartile 2. There's 3 pieces inside of there. Quartile 3. There's 3 pieces inside of there. And quartile 4. There's 3 pieces inside of there. So we took our data set and split it into 4 equal parts. Now, these medians are kind of just separating where each one of those quartiles happens. So, let's come back here. Now, each part of our box in Whisker Plot is called a quartile because there are 4 parts, 2 whiskers and 2 boxes. Each part of your box is a quartile. There is approximately a quarter of our data in each part. This means that about, what percentage? If it's a quarter, 25% of your data exists in each region. Now, notice that we wrote a big, giant approximately, as some of you probably started to say, wait a second, Smith. These were 4 parts. Each one had 3 pieces, right? Well, 4 times 3 is 12. We had 15 pieces of data, these 3, so that's why we say it's approximately. It's not exact. We call them quartiles and not quarters because it's approximately, right? So, approximately what percent of data falls between 1 and 22? Well, between 1 and 22 would be approximately 25%. 22 and 48, that is also 25%. But real quick, I want to do 4. What percent lies between 1 and 48? Well, that would be approximately 50%. Right? Go ahead and press pause and hook up the rest of these real quick. Alright, so hopefully you got these for your answers there. Alright, I only got a couple minutes. Let's go and do the next example here very quickly. Sometimes we're going to actually have actual data. So on part 1, just want you to order the number set from smallest to largest. Go ahead and press pause and hook that up yourself. All right. Hopefully your spread was something like that. What I'd like you to do now, or not your spread, but your lined up like this. What I'd like you to do now is go ahead and finish it. I want you to finish out the 5 number summary, figure out the spread, and what does the spread mean? And then I want you to make a box plot. Go ahead and press pause, and we'll check our answers in just a minute. Alright, so there was 12 pieces of data, which means that our median, we got to do some fancy stuff here, right? We actually have to find the mean, the average of our 2 middle numbers, so our median is 6. Our median is 6. Our Q1, your median should have been 2, and our Q3, I'm gonna make that red. And on Q3, your median should have been 14.5. What? Find the median. That's just how you do it. Take the 2 middles and average them. Right? So what is the range? Our range is 34. 34 what? 34 inches of snowfall. What does this mean? This means that there were anywhere between 0 inches and 34 inches of snowfall throughout the year. Your box plot should have looked something like that. Now, what a weird box plot, right? Why is it so tiny on this side and so wide on this side? Well, think about it. There's a lot more chance that it's going to snow between 0 and 2 inches, so there's going to be a lot more data inside of here than there is going to be snowing 34 inches in 1 year, so it takes a lot of data points in order to make this. So that's why it's skewed a bit it's slanted to the left. Now we'll talk about what skewed means later. But for right now, we'll talk more later. Spit out!